All right, we're back. Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Let's see if this works a little better. We're here playing FSX 2020. We are on hole number 2, a par 3 of Broken Tree on FSX 2020. My software that I used to live stream was auto switching, and I'm just gonna watch and see if it keeps doing this because I've never had that happen. I probably fat fingered something that is now auto switching between cameras, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So what we're doing now, I'm just gonna switch over to the behind the camera scene, and we should be good now. And what you can see here, we're on the green. We hit a chip shot. Our first shot was to the left of the bunkers, and we hit it to 6 feet. I've got a 6-foot straight putt, and we're going to see how fast this is. Of course, I kind of put it in between fast and slow. I don't really know what the stemp is, but we're gonna try our best to get this one just 6 feet. And I'm checking I'm gonna have my stream live here. So if you're watching, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know how you're doing. All right, let's go. So it's got the ball detected. I just need to hit it straight 6 feet. Oh no, I didn't hit it hard enough, so that's 2 bogeys in a row. I'll tell you, that is much slower than GSPro. However, you saw some things that are very similar to GSPro and to E6. You have the grid lines. It shows the ball rolling off of the slope, which is a really wonderful feature. And let's rock and roll on to hole number 3. So there was a bogey there. On to hole number 3 here. Okay, let's see where we want to aim this. That is 292. The numbers are a little bit difficult to see. Probably right about here. 262 is pretty good. All right. It's the right shot shape, but the wrong shot shape, but made good contact. And I think it got out of those bushes. Okay, 267, 247 to the pin. This is a crazy long hole. I think it's a par 5. It is indeed. So we go 5, 4, 5. This is also an interesting course. What's going on, Adam? How are you, man? I see the comment there. Hope all is well. I'm playing FSX 2020, Adam. A little different than E6. I've never played it live. And so far, I'm having some technical troubles, but it's with my live stream and not the software itself. So we've got 125 right there. We can try and cross it, which we're not going to do. I'm going to hit a pitching wedge. Just somewhere down to the middle there, and we're going to rely on our 3rd shot. Here we go. So I barely hit that. Yep, kind of babied it. I was scared of the water, but we're in there. We've got a 3rd shot into this par 5. So this is an interesting course because it's a par 78, or excuse me, par 74, which is a little unique. Most are 72, 71, or 70. They generally, I haven't seen them go up from there. So we have 142 yards to the pin. You can do a flyover to see what's going on up there by clicking this airplane. And it doesn't take you from your ball, it actually takes you all the way back from the tee box, which is a little different. Here we go. kind of somewhere right here would be good. 138. It's a 9-iron for me. Could jump on a pitching wedge, but we're not going to. Can't see the pin, so just hit a straight one here. It's going to fade a little bit. It's 126 is what I got on the launch monitor. Oh, I heard tree. Man, there's some water over there. That was a bad swing. I did not realize there's water there. 127 into the rough. Not a promising start so far. Looks like we're just behind the sand. The grid lines are on, everything's working to the left. We've got 19 yards. We want to get it to the pin, so maybe fly at that 19 yards. Oh, that came off to the right. And it said we hit it 33. Maybe we did. Can't argue with it. It's probably correct. We've got another chip here. Making a mess of this hole. It looks like our software is not auto switching to different scenes, which is great, so I don't know what happened there. This looks like a trickier shot than the one we just had. 14 yards. Sit there, that's gonna run away. Ooh, look at this go. I do like the shot tracer, and I like how the camera angles change while we're playing. That is pretty nice. After you hit your shot, it kind of looks over the green, and I think that's a pretty cool feature. We've got a tricky putt coming up here. All right, so it's breaking to the left. We'll just play it out here somewhere. Oh, you got a drag, which is weird. You can't just click on it. The handling of the UI is a little more difficult than GSPro or E6 or TGC 2019, in my opinion. 16-foot putt, uphill 5 inches. All right, so not bad speed. We didn't play it out far enough, but it's within 2 feet. Starting to get the green speed down, and I think that was a double, if I counted correctly. +4, so it was indeed a double. There we go. All right. Adam asks if there's an auto line for the putt. You know, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with this software, but we could click around in the settings and find out. That's for sure. When we get on the green again, Adam, I'll check out and see if there's auto align. On GSPro, there may be as well, but we never use it. You physically have to click wherever you want to aim, and it makes it more realistic. You kind of got to judge where you're going. It's almost like removing the greens reading books like they did in the PGA Tour. You got to know what that putt is going to do, and I don't know if that's how it is here, but we're going to find out. So that creek is 260. We just need something 235, or we have to carry it way over it. We're not going to play that, so we'll just hit it. We'll hit it about 225. I'll just hit a 4-iron off the tee. Actually, yeah, 4-iron will work just fine. And then we'll have a longer shot into this green, but that's okay. Might be cutting a little much. I'm overcutting everything. It sounded like it hit pretty safe, but it's hard to say. I really want to get close to the water today, that's for sure. 201 to the pin, 228 with the 4-iron. It's just fine. A little bit to the right. Now we've got a tricky shot. We've got to go through these trees, and I don't know if we can make it through those trees. It's almost better to go right at it, it seems like. All right, let's see what happens here. 201, we're gonna hit a 6-iron. Oh, that's right at that tree. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Who knows? It looks like it went through it. Yeah, it looks like it went through it and got on the green, but we have a long putt, 22 feet, so pretty lucky there. I hit it right into the heart of the tree, so not sure how that worked. But now that we're on the green, we can check to see if there's any kind of auto align. I don't know of any, but let's see. Now, I guess I could click. Nope, you can't click those. You just got to click and drag, but it doesn't give you a point of reference. So let's see what kind of things we have. What does this do? That collapses it. We can add. Yeah, when you hover over it, it doesn't really tell you. There it takes us to the flag. Pretty helpful. Let's see, what does this legend tell us? Here you go, so you got to click on the flag to see what's available. Analysis, green contour. So it kind of goes away on its own. Practice, skip hole, replay flag. And you can see this times out after whatever that was, 5 seconds or so. So I don't see any auto align, but maybe in the settings as we were setting up the round, it's something we could have selected. However, we didn't. So we're gonna play this way out to the right, kind of right there, I guess. This is pretty severe break. 22 feet, 8 inches, uphill 3 inches. Oof. That's not bad. My ball disappeared here behind the screen. Knock that out, put this guy back. There we go. That's not too bad. I think we ended up with our par, 2-foot par finally, which is great. And here we go. 2-putt par, not 2-foot par. This looks tricky. So down to there is 225. You've just got 77 yards in, so I'm going to hit that same 4-iron off the tee. Seems to be the right club for these two. If you're just joining us, if you wouldn't mind, give us a like, share with your friends. Of course, follow us wherever you social media at, YouTube or Twitter or Twitch. We're on all of it. Oh, that's a big swiper. That's gone. I hope there's no trouble over there. I heard some bushes, so that doesn't look good. Yeah, not good. And of course, if you play simulated golf and you're interested in golf leagues, we host golf leagues on indoorgolf.club for E6, TGC 2019, GSPro, and FSX 2020. This looks pretty tricky, not much of a view here. On GSPro, I'd be able to hide that so I could see the green. And we have 105 yards. We're going to hit a 52-degree wedge and see what happens. I don't know if it will come out of this. If it won't come out of it, who knows? Sounds like it hit the green. I can hear it on my computer. It's playing out of there, and it sounds like it hit the green, but it looks like it's still rolling. Oh, it didn't hit the green, it hit the fairway. and then came back a whole lot, so there must be a pretty significant slope there. Yeah, you can see, look at how far that comes back. That's interesting. Oh yeah, look at that slope. So we didn't quite carry it to the green, and that's fair. I only hit it 96 yards. I needed one more club there, and it came back to our feet. So definitely not a software problem. That was a me problem. We've got 42 yards. We've got to go way up this hill, so I'm gonna hit a 60-degree wedge, and we're gonna hit it like it's, yeah, like it's 40-ish yards. I crushed it. I crushed it. It looks like it stayed on the green, but I hit it 54 yards, so 10 yards more than I wanted to. It says 45 is what I hit it, but on the launch monitor, it said 54. So we've got a putt here. Our last putt was pretty good. We've got a nice flat putt. Don't want to go that far. Maybe somewhere out there is pretty good. I wish when you clicked on the screen, it did something, and these arrows don't seem to do much either. I guess if you hold them, they change it. So interesting. Not a big fan of the putting so far on FSX 2020, but I'm sure we'll get used to it. 12 foot 1 inch, and it's downhill 2 inches. Wow, that came off way left, and it looks like I crushed it. 6 feet past the hole. Downhill putts are slick. So we're gonna have another chance at this. The putting is really, really tough. Definitely harder than E6, and I'd say at this point a little more challenging than GSPro. The other thing is it looks like my offset is slightly off. So when you set up FSX 2020, you have to do this horizontal offset, whereas E6 Connect, you're kind of auto lined up based on your unit. The same with GSPro. So it looks like my offset is slightly off as well. Okay, here we go. And we've got 6 foot 9 inches. Oh, it just lipped out. I crushed it, but it's a gimme. It's in the gimme zone, and we're off to the next hole. So that was, I think that might have been a triple bogey there. Hard to say, we're gonna find out. I do like that it flashes through all these stats. It gives me a moment to breathe. That was a double bogey. All right, on to our next one. I don't know where this one's going, but right about there looks good. I like the mini map. Let's try not to cut this shot. We want to hit a straight one. Hopefully that's good. Sounds like it hit, it made a sound like it hit in a bush, but then it appears to be okay. So 296 total distance, and we have 240 something into the green. Another par 5. Lots of par 5s on this golf course. And of course water, which has given us some trouble. So it's hard to see the numbers. This looks like 170 to there, 173. So we'll hit a 7-iron. hit a 7-iron somewhere down there in the fairway. Oh. I tugged that quite a bit left, so I hope we don't hit the sand. We did. Yep, that was a big pull. Right distance, didn't cut it enough. All right, sand shot. Let's see how it reacts when it hits the green. Okay. Hard to say if I'm in the sand or not in the sand. It looks like no. We're gonna aim right there. Oh boy, don't click and hold. 71-ish yards. That's what we were hitting on the practice range. We were hitting at 75. So let's see if we got that shot still. Crushed it. Crushed. Big crush. 20 yards too far. So we lost the touch from the driving range. Now you're in trouble. That was a lot too far. 20 yards too far. Now we've got a pretty tricky 18-yard shot. Let's see what happens. Who knows? Oh, it just ran all the way off the green. Let's try and putt from off the green. That'll be interesting. You can do it on GSPro on the fringe, and it works pretty well. I would recommend that you change your setting to putter, because if you have it on lob wedge, at least with the GC quad, it pops the ball up a little bit, I've noticed. And we're going to use this here. Can't really see where my aim point is. I don't, have anything to reference. There's no line or anything like that. It has my club as wedge, so we're going to change this here to putter, and we'll click OK. Now we have a 20-footer uphill. Oh. Didn't give it enough, but overall pretty good putt. Bad wedge cost us some strokes there. And I hope we didn't end up with another double, but we may have. Tough, this is tough. I'm telling you, going back and forth between software, it's pretty challenging. You get one down and you get the feel and then you switch. And we just had a bogey there, which feels like a par, to be honest. I don't know what a birdie will feel like, but let's hopefully find out here. 195, par 3, over water in between trees, right there. This is a little bit in between clubs, but we're gonna hit a 6-iron. It's uphill, almost 10 feet. Here we go. Oh, that was so chunky. That was so chunky. That's gotta go. So short. Yep. That's accurate. Very, very, very accurate. That was a real chunky swing. You can chunk it on turf, even on the fiber built golf mat here, which has very long bristles and you can hit down in it. So I took a little bit of turf before that ball and I grabbed my putter. We don't need a putter after that last swing. 42 yards. Let's try not to hammer this one 20 yards over. Ooh. Looks like there's a big steep bank behind it. 42 yards. Come on back. That's not bad. We hit it into that bank. We did hit it a little bit long, 47 yards, but 13 feet to the pin. chance at draining one here. Had a little secret sauce on that. So everything is breaking down to the right. It doesn't give me like a line that I'm putting at, and that's what I would like to see. And maybe there's a way to do that. No, I don't know what that button was, but we don't want that. Maybe there's a way. I'm gonna have to look it up and see if there's a way to get your line, because it's really hard to tell where you're putting without some sort of guide. I'm just kind of guessing on where I'm aimed at. So 13 feet uphill, 2 inches. I crushed it, I crushed it, I crushed it. Just stay there. It stayed within 6 feet, which is good. Got a bogey. I'm gonna take bogeys today because this is pretty difficult. And I haven't made my decision which software I like the best, but I can say confidently that this is not my favorite of all the different ones we play. Not yet anyways, until we get all the kinks worked out. Some learning curve here to be had. All right, hole number 8. And let's rock and roll. I wish the mini map didn't show so many different holes, because there's just so much going on. It doesn't even show you a highlighted area, and it's a little bit challenging to see. But here we go, 273. I didn't click over there, clicked here. 273, time to hit a driver. 18 feet uphill, 482 yards, par 4. That is smoked. It's weird, because I felt like I hit that perfectly where I was aimed, and it still said to the left, which is strange. I think maybe my horizontal alignment left or right needs to be reset in the FSX software. Okay, we've got 215 to the hole off the cart path here. It's a dangerous looking cart path. And it is uphill slightly. I'm gonna hit a 4-iron. That's left big time. Didn't hit the tree, it's lucky, but that is a big left miss. 5 degrees pulled, and we're gonna have a tricky shot coming up. I'm gonna have to go play GSPro or E6 something right after this to get this one out of the system. You don't want to be playing around like this. All right. Oh my goodness. 47 yards over the trees. Let's see what we can do. Made it through that tree. I hit it 55 yards and the screen is still moving, so I have a feeling, yep, there's a bank there. It just took me down to the bottom of a severe slope, and 30-foot putt coming up. That's pretty tough. This is tough software. Very tough. So I'm not even gonna change my aim. I'm just gonna aim with, myself, hit it to that side or hit it to the left or right side here. I'm gonna hit it to the right. And it's uphill 10 inches, so I'm just gonna play this like a big left-hand breaker, 30 feet. And maybe that's the way to do it on this software. Instead of aiming left or right, that was a lot easier than trying to figure out where I'm aiming. So I'll keep doing that. as we play. And so that was another bogey. And on to hole number 9. Par 3. Trees in the way. 211 yards. I need that last shot that we had with a little bit of a hook. I'm going to hit a 5-iron here. Wrong shot shape, but it's hopefully not in too much trouble. Some sand over there. There's like a tree in the sand. Pretty unique. Tough, very tough. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to our live stream. If you are tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. 30-yard sand shot. Here we go. A little bit to the right and a little long. Hopefully it works down to the left. It looks like it's trying. 35 yards, so we flew it a little long, but it came back off of a hill I didn't know was there. So pretty lucky. We have a chance now to make a putt. We are not going to use the aiming part. We're actually just going to aim with our body on the green here. So it's breaking hard to the right. I'm going to aim to the left and 13 feet uphill. That's much easier. Fine, hit it to a foot on a 13-foot putt. Yeah, that's all right. I'll take bogeys here because this is very, very difficult. And we made it through our first 9 holes on FSX. It's officially the most I've ever played was just trying it live. I've played 3 holes of when I first bought it to make sure everything was set up correctly, and I haven't played anything since. This is only 269 yards. It's a par 4. It's like they beg you to go for it, so we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. Pretty good. Let's see where it ends up. See, that's crazy. I hit that right on line with where I was going with the cut shot, and it just ends up to the left. So maybe need to stop aiming it so far to the left and just do like we're doing on putting. Hit it where we see it on the screen and call it a day. Also, it doesn't tell us, at least I can't see, what our lie is like, and I don't love that. But we've got an eagle chip here. It looks like we're in the sand. 19 yards. There we go. Give me birdie. Let's go. As long as we don't have to putt, I'm happy. This is so hard. Starting off the back 9 in style, got the birdie. I feel like it's been a while since I've got a birdie live as well, so feels pretty good. All right, on to the next hole, 412 yards, and I want to see what's out here. So I'm not going to click anything at all. It's got us aimed down the right-hand side, but I think we can get somewhere in this area if we just let it rip. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully those are cart paths and not streams down there. It's really hard to tell. Let's go. Let's go back-to-back birdies. That'd be excellent. Who knows? Sounded like it hit in a bush, but I really can't tell. Oh, that turned out just fine. Smoked it. Smoked it. Must have been significantly downhill. We've got 87 yards in, which is a little bit in between clubs. I can't see the pin, but we're just going to hit it, try and hit it straight, and 87 yards is our goal. Little much on that one. It went 91, but it had a little cut to it. Hopefully, oof, it's a long putt. Long putt, 28 foot we've got here. So crush that a little much. Now, if you really want to get into all the details and you want to save all those grids, you can actually change all of your settings as you're playing. Otherwise, it kind of auto senses what club you have. You can even go into great detail and talk about all of the details on each and every single club. Herbert, my dogs are licking each other. It's real weird. You can go into detail and set up all your clubs however you actually have them, and it will save all of your shot data in a really nice format. The FSX live backend is the best part about FSX in my opinion. So we've got uphill the first part and then downhill afterwards, all braking to the right. 28 feet. Oh, I babied it. If it gets over the hill, it might be okay. No, it didn't. So now we're gonna have a really downhill putt. I just didn't get it there. Oh no. 11 footer here. All right, not too much of a break. We may be actually able to make this. Not a whole lot of break. 11 foot. There we go, right in the cup. That was a good two putt. So got away with it there. We didn't blow up, we got our par there, which is wonderful. So once we stopped aiming, the putting has become a little easier. You just gotta get the distance and the speed down, but don't worry about trying to figure out turning left to right. It seems like that's not the way to do it. Water all over the place. We're gonna try and fly it right over here. Though there's a tree right in the way there, so you gotta hit a cut shot. All right, gotta hit a cut shot, otherwise you're in the water. Pretty demanding. Cut, but I don't know if it cut enough. We're gonna see. I heard fairway and then longer grass. The sounds on this are pretty unique. Getting good distance out of the driver though, which is wonderful. It's good to see. $285 yards to a pin I can't see. And there's a big rock over there. We're gonna hit a 3-wood. There we go. Oh, didn't catch all that. It's okay. Just be good. Just be good. And I think you can change the shot to follow, and maybe that's what we should be doing. We may have this setting wrong. 21 yards to the pin. Not so bad. Par 5. Get up and down, maybe get 2 birdies on this back 9. Let's see what this does. No, we don't want that. All right, we don't want any of this. I'm gonna hit escape. There we go. So we've got 21 yards. We've been hitting these a little bit long. Hit that one long too. So I don't quite have the touchdown on this yet. And we're gonna have to probably chip this again. A little too handsy on the chips here. Let's see what we got. All right, 13-yard chip. Everything's breaking down to the left. I'm just gonna, or down to the right rather. I'm gonna hit this to the left on my screen. I'm not gonna aim anywhere. Didn't quite get it there. Once it got on the green, it reacted really nicely. I don't mind the physics. That's not something that we've had a problem with. It's mainly the views and just getting used to the user interface. We've got a pretty crucial par putt here. Big breaker to the left. 10 foot uphill. Right in the bottom of the cup. So the back 9 is going okay. Par 5 there. On to hole number 13. Par 3, 189, the shortest par 3 we've had so far. Downhill 22 feet. I'm gonna hit a 7-iron because it's so far downhill. Oh, wrong shot shape. Ooh. In the bunker. Needed a cut there. I hit a draw. I'll say that it seems like the sensitivity to left and right is higher on FSX 2020 than it is on the other softwares. Don't normally hit a draw, so, but I'm not saying it's incorrect. Just, it seems more sensitive. 60-degree wedge. We've got 16 yards. Oh no. Oh, I bladed that. That is very accurate. Wedges have been off from sand to sand here. That was a bad shot. I was trying to flop it up. Caught the bounce on the bottom of the club. And we've got another shot at it. 17 yards now. And that went too far as well. We're gonna have an uphill putt, I hope. And a chance for a bogey, but big miss on my second shot there, bladed it. Okay, slightly to the right, and it's downhill, 15 foot. I think I played a little too much brake on that, but the speed was good. Just played it a little too far outside. Oh man. So the dreaded double takes us to 1 over for the back 9. You need to get by, bud? Go ahead. All right. 481 yards. Downhill 22 yards. We're going to leave it aimed right where it is. And this looks like it calls for a little cut shot as well. Oh, I tugged it. Tug with a draw. That could be trouble. Who knows where that will end up. I hope we have a shot. Ooh, looks like maybe some tree trouble. So downhill, we got 320 yards. Carry was 272, but 321 total due to the downhill. Now we've got 218 yards. Can't really see if we're gonna make it out of this, but we're gonna go for it because why not? So I've got a 4-iron here. Let's see what happens. Can't tell. Ah, sounds dry. That's what we go by as sound when you're behind the tree, I guess. It made it over, and it looks like we're pretty close to the green. Not bad. So just a little chip here. Leave a comment in the comment section if you're watching. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all are doing excellent. So this is on the green. Made it to the green, we're not even chipping. And a big breaker coming off the left here at first, but then it kind of straightens out. So I'll aim a little bit right. 18 feet, it's slightly uphill. I played it too far outside again, but got the gimme. And I think that's a birdie. It is indeed. So 2 birdies on the back after a horrendous live stream on the front 9 plus just bad golf. So a little bit better here. Par 4, 323. It's downhill 10 yards and there's not a lot up there. So I'm just gonna go after it here. Seems pretty good. Oh yeah, look at this. I think we hit the cart path and then it bounced onto the green. That's pretty excellent. Must still be rolling. Let's go. 6 foot to the pin. What a dumb game. That works out nicely. I don't know if it gave it to us. I think we must be right on the line. It didn't give it to us. We've got an eagle putt here. 6 foot, my ball bounced behind the screen. So 6 foot eagle putt here. Pretty straight. Looks like one we can make. If we get the speed right. I tugged that left. I did. That's absolutely accurate. Oh, so the give me birdie, 6 foot. Oh, that's a big letdown. I definitely tugged it and I hit it too firm. So we got the give me birdie, back-to-back birdies. Not so bad. Once I've stopped trying to line things up with the putter, it's worked really well. And getting distances is a little challenging. So we've got a long par 5. Can't really tell what's going on. I'm gonna do a flyover just to see what's up here. Oh my goodness. Look how steep downhill that is. Then it's straight back uphill the whole way. Super narrow. Okay, so this little ridge right here is just running away from us, and there's a lake that's 420 something yards away. Should be okay to rip the driver with no issue. Oh, big hook. That's bad. I was standing too far away from the ball for sure. It's running back down. I hit up into the hill there, the mountain, and now we got a long ways in. Luckily, it's par 5, so if we have any kind of shot of getting out, it should be okay. And I think I marked myself as a double on that par 3 when it actually was just a bogey. Misstep on my part there. Now we want to clear this water, but it is so far, so we'll just aim to the right of it, a couple hundred yards. Boy, maybe we hit a 3-wood. Yeah, let's just hit a 3-wood. It'll clear everything. We don't have to mess with left or right. Make sure it's got the ball in the zone. There it is. That's fine. Maybe a little right. Maybe a little right, definitely a little right, but we're safe. And 182 to the hole, straight uphill. There we go. 182, 22 yards uphill. We're going to play it like 200 yards. Hit a 5-iron. Oh, that was so toey. Toey and to the right. That's fine. Okay, got a little good bounce up there. Rolling towards the pin. That's nice, but we've got a wedge. Oh, my 156 yard, 159 yard 5-iron there. It was 172 on the launch monitor, 150 with that 22 yards of elevation, makes sense. And now we have a 27 yard, 60-degree wedge. We got to hit it to the right of the pin. I've been flying everything too far. Hopefully that one's close enough. Man, still too far. I need about 3/4 of what I think I need to hit would be perfect. All right. Putt here for par. Straight up the hill. This looks crazy. It's coming right down at us. Slightly, it's kind of double break. This is nuts. 10 foot. Wow. I thought that was good. It ran over the bottom of the cup and lipped out, but that felt like a pretty good putt. I'm going to say I got robbed on that one. Simulated robbing. And we got the bogey there. That was a tough hole, especially the way we started the drive. So 2 more holes to play, a par 4, 2 par 4s, And then we are all done with FSX 2020 for the time being. Lots of room here. I like this area, 230. Gives us lots of latitude left and right. 245 gets us into some trouble if we pull it. So I'm gonna hit a 5 wood here off the deck. And we're gonna hope that that works for us. Oh, chunky monkey. My wife is laughing in the background because I said chunky monkey. It was chunky. All right, 194 in to the green, I think. Let's see what we've got. Oh, 106 in. Uphill 12 yards, playing 115. I'm gonna hit a pitching wedge. Nice and easy. Too easy. Needs to go. Got a big bounce. Okay, just fine. 9-foot putt for a birdie. And there's no grid for some reason. So let's figure out how to turn that back on. Weird. It's just no grid at all on this putt, so hopefully we can read that. We're just gonna hit it like it's straight, I guess. 9 foot 7 inches. Was pretty straight, thank goodness, but the grid just randomly turned off, so looks like a little bug in the software there. It's been on for this whole time, and now get to the 17th hole, and we ended up with a par, so not mad about it, but that was a pretty good bogey, or a pretty good birdie opportunity. On to hole number 18, the final par 4 of this very difficult Broken Tree golf course on FSX 2020. 250, we can just smash a driver out there. It's a pretty long hole, 470 total. So it's gonna be a long second shot in. Not bad. At least I don't think it's bad. Fine. 317 total distance on that, 319 total distance. Downhill again, so it seems like the elevation changes really impact the flight here, not quite like they do on GSPro. Ooh, we ended up in a bunker, so I thought we were right in the middle of the fairway. In a bunker, 154, it's a 9-iron, slightly downhill, so we're gonna just hit a 9. Pins in the front. Let's see what we can do here. Felt good. Slightly to the left of the pin, but the distance was spot on. 151, so 3 yards short of what we needed. And we've got another birdie putt. The back nine has been exceptional. Started off with the birdies, had a couple of them, couple bogeys. I think the back nine were like close to even or one over here. Breaking down to the left, 19 foot, or down to the right rather, 19 foot putt, says flat. Aiming a little left here. Come on. Didn't give it enough, but pretty good. Yeah, the putting's not so bad as long as you don't use left or right. It doesn't help you. Just aim on the screen unless there's some sort of setting I don't know about. But that was a par to close it out, which isn't so bad. So we had some ups and downs there. Shot 38 on the back, even par, with 46 on the front. So we started off horrendously, and we closed it out with even par. So that's a good turnaround. Learned a lot about FSX 2020, and I hope that you all enjoyed watching us on our second stream. First one, sorry about the technical glitches there, but everything on the second time we went live as well. You saw FSX 2020, the UI, and how it interacts. My take on it, it's not my favorite software, but I'd probably play it for fun. I wouldn't go and buy course packs. With FSX 2020, you have to buy additional courses, unlike GSPro or TGC 2019. GSPro is a subscription-based model, and the more courses that become available, they're just free to you. They don't charge you anything additional. E6 Connect and also FSX 2020 charge you an arm and a leg for additional courses. E6 Connect is subscription-based. FSX 2020 is a one-time outrageous fee, and you have to buy bundles of courses, and they're generally about $1,300 for a large course pack, where you can buy each of them for $150 to $500 depending on the course. So overall, I don't love that model. TGC 2019 and GSPro have the best financial model for any software. TGC's one-time fee, you can play people online, and there's so many different courses. Not all of the courses are great, but there are a ton of different options. There's a wonderful community around it. GSPro has the best overall experience, the best price, and they have so many different courses that are available, and people like you and I build those courses. So still, FSX 2020 probably ranks number 3, tied with E6 Connect for my favorite golf simulator software. Number 2 would be TGC 2019, and GSPro still takes the cake, even though it's so new. So hopefully that was informative to you when you're buying your own launch monitor or golf simulator for your home or business. And until next time, I hope you hit them straight, have fun, be safe, and we'll see you the next time we're live. Have a great day.